This year, 15 AD, the Romans face off against Arminius and the Germanic tribes of the north in a large-scale battle for the first time since the disastrous Battle of the Teutoburg Forest, and Lucius Aelius Sejanus becomes the sole commander of the Praetorian Guard in Rome. Welcome to the Yearly Histories, where we will highlight the major events that take place in the Common Era, year by year. Last year, we saw the death of Emperor Augustus, followed by Tiberius reluctantly becoming the new Roman emperor, and Wang Mang dealing with rebellions on his southeastern border in China. We start this year off with Germanicus leading a Roman army across the Rhine to raid the Chatti and Cherusci tribes in Germania, and he catches them by surprise. Settlements are burned and non-combatants are slaughtered, as they did against the Marsi at the end of the previous year, after Germanicus managed to restore order to the mutinous troops stationed along the river. He even manages to capture a valuable prize, Thusnelda, the pregnant wife of Arminius, the man who led the collective Germanic tribes to crush the Romans in the Teutoburg Forest, causing the governor of Germania, Publius Quintilius Varus, to take his own life in shame. Germanicus leads the army east until reaching the site of the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest. Shattered shields, splintered spears, decayed corpses, and skulls nailed to tree trunks still remain even after 6 years. With a heavy heart, they bury the remains of their fallen comrades, and even manage to recapture the lost standard of the 19th Legion, whose soldiers were decimated by Arminius' troops. The standard is destroyed by the Romans, and they vow to never re-establish the 19th Legion again. Germanicus takes half of the army and returns to Roman territory. Arminius, in a frenzy of anger over the capture of his wife, takes this opportunity to attack the other half of the Roman army, who are moving across the trail known as the Pontes Longi, named after the long bridges which were constructed in the time in which they controlled this territory in order to pass across the harsh landscape. The Roman army, standing at around 30,000 strong, is stuck as they attempt to rebuild one of the bridges across the marshes. The trail gives the clash the name of the Battle at Pontes Longi, or the Long Bridge. This time, though, the Romans under the command of Aulus Caecina Severus are able to stand their ground and match the ferocious Germanic warriors. Under severe pressure, they're able to rebuild the bridge while sustaining heavy casualties and make it to the other side, where they set up camp to remain overnight. The next day, the Germanic warriors surround the camp and advance. The Romans fling open the doors between the fortified walls and charge at the tribesmen. They are able to beat them back. Although the Romans survive and cause their enemy to flee, the casualties are huge, with 1/3 of the Roman army falling in the battle and a large quantity of supplies being left behind. The Romans are finally able to withdraw back across the Rhine River, where they remain for the rest of the year. Back in Rome, the father of Sejanus and Praetorian prefect, Lucius Seius Strabo, dies, leaving Sejanus as the sole commander of the Praetorian Guard. Tiberius granted him the position last year as one of his first acts as emperor, and now he's quickly climbing the ladder of power in Rome. Political matters aside, the Tiber River in Rome floods. The historian Tacitus has this to say, quote, "The Tiber, swollen by continuous rains, flooded the level portions of the city. Its subsidence was followed by destruction of buildings and of life," unquote. We will leave this year, 15 AD, with the Romans capturing the wife of Arminius and meeting the Germanic tribes in a large battle for the first time in 6 years, and Sejanus becoming the sole Praetorian prefect. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to be notified when the next iteration of the Yearly Histories will be released. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next year in 16 AD to continue the fascinating stories of the world of antiquity and cover its major events.